What's going on, everyone? It's Joe Rapp from Adoption. And as you can see, it's pretty cold outside right now. Where I live here in New England, we're getting a lot of snow today, a lot of cold weather with this winter time. And that just reminded me the importance of proper cold storage methods for your Bitcoin. So in today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be talking about cold storage again, why you should be saving your Bitcoin with cold storage, and I'll be walking you through a tutorial on how to set up the Trezor hardware wallet so you can actually start saving your Bitcoin the most secure way possible. That is a cold storage device like a hardware wallet, like the Trezor, disconnected from the computer. So again, cold storage, why is it important? Well, as we talked about in the past, you can decide to store your Bitcoin on an exchange like Cash App, Kraken, or Coinbase, or you might be storing your Bitcoin on an application or a website, but where you don't control your private keys. But what's the problem with that? It's just like I said, you don't control your private keys. And if you don't control your private keys, you don't control your Bitcoin. So when you store it in these methods, you really leave it up to a lot of different vulnerabilities and hacks. So the best way to actually store your Bitcoin is to take complete control of it, put it on a hardware device. This is called cold storage. Unplug it from the computer, and that way you have it the most secure way possible. So stay tuned. I'll be going over a complete tutorial on how to set up your Trezor wallet, how to create a new wallet on that device, and how to back up your private key and your mnemonic seed phrase properly. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoy this video. All right, everyone, we're back inside from the cold. It's a lot warmer in here, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. But before we get started on the Trezor setup tutorial, I just wanted to quickly again reiterate and talk about some of the points and differences around cold storage methods and hot storage methods. Cold wallets versus hot wallets. What does this mean? It gets really confusing, especially if you're new to Bitcoin, but it is a really important thing to understand because it will dictate how you save your Bitcoin, which in turn will dictate the amount of security that you actually put in place with securing and properly storing your Bitcoin. So it's a really important topic. So let's just spend 1 or 2 minutes here quickly again talking about the differences between these methods and why using a hardware wallet is so important to really securing your Bitcoin. So what is a hot wallet? What is like this hot wallet method to storing your Bitcoin? Well, a hot wallet refers to any Bitcoin wallet that is connected in some way to the internet. So these types of devices are connected to a web service. They might be installed on your computer, or you might have a wallet on your cell phone that is considered hot. And what this hot wallet means is that it is connected to the internet at all times. So therefore it's hot, right? So you think it's always running, it's always active, it's always connected. Whereas on the other hand, a cold wallet, otherwise known as cold storage, refers to any type of wallet that is detached from the internet and therefore it can't be hacked remotely. So these types of devices, like the Trezor hardware wallet, which I have here, are USB-like, thumb drive-like devices, and how they work is that when you want to use the device and you want to access your Bitcoin, you plug it into a computer, you send your Bitcoin from the device to another wallet or an exchange that you want to use, and then when you're all done with it, you unplug it, it's disconnected from the computer, therefore it's cold. So again, hot wallets refer to any type of Bitcoin wallet that is connected to an internet connection at all time, whereas a cold wallet refers to any type of wallet which is disconnected from the internet, therefore making it more secure because it isn't exposed to the internet at all times, therefore it's harder to hack and it can't be hacked remotely. And quite honestly, from what we're seeing in the industry so far, cold wallets are the most secure way to store your Bitcoin. So if you really want to make sure that you're storing your Bitcoin properly, you really want to focus on this tutorial if you're going to get a Trezor hardware wallet or look into the other hardware wallets. I did post a video recently talking about how you can decide which wallet is best for you. So I recommend going back to watch that video if you want to get a refresher. But other than that, pay attention today on the Trezor wallet setup. One final point I want to make with this as well, because a lot of people getting into Bitcoin always ask me, Joe, I've heard about these hacks that happen and people's Bitcoin being stolen. Is that a hack on Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin really reliable and can I trust it? But the truth is that all of the hacks that have taken place have not happened on Bitcoin itself. That it is not the Bitcoin protocol, the Bitcoin code, Bitcoin as a currency and technology has never been hacked. What has been hacked are these exchanges where people buy and sell Bitcoin, and people's Bitcoins have been stolen off of these exchange hacks because they do not take ownership of their own Bitcoin private keys on their own devices like these hardware wallets. Instead, they trust the exchange to hold their Bitcoin for them. And when you trust someone else to manage your money for you, you see that in the event of a hack, it gets stolen. So the saying, not your keys, not your Bitcoin, means that if you don't actually hold your private keys to your Bitcoin on devices like these, you don't actually control your Bitcoin. All right, so for this tutorial and for this demonstration, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need one of the Trezor hardware wallets. Here I have the Trezor One. You'll also need the plug that comes with the hardware wallet. So this is a plug that is able to plug in the bottom of the Trezor, and you've also got a USB connection to plug to any computer. As well, you'll need a pen, and you'll need a pad to write down your 24-word mnemonic seed, otherwise known as your backup seed phrase, otherwise known as your Bitcoin private key, really. So what we're writing down in this paper, these 24 words, are the most important thing that you need to know about Bitcoin. These 24 words that we're gonna end up writing down on this piece of paper need to be properly backed up, meaning you write it down on one piece of paper, write it down again on another piece of paper. You need to save it in a safe location, and that means saving it in a safe at your house, saving it in a safety deposit box, maybe giving a copy to a trusted loved one, or if you got an attorney and you do that type of stuff, maybe give a copy to your attorney. What some folks like to do as well is they like to take these 12 to 24 words that we're gonna write down, and they like to back them up on metal devices somehow, either steel or anything like that. And at the end of the video, again, I'll remind you about what to do with these 24 words. But that's really it. So again, pen, pad, you'll need a Trezor hardware wallet, and the plug that comes with the wallet. All right, great. So for this tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is a screen share of both my screen that I see on the Trezor, the official Trezor website with the wallet, and also I'll have a video on the hardware device in my pen and pad so you can see what I'm doing through the entire setup. All right, so let's just get into it. Let's get it started. Let's create a wallet. So again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be setting up the Trezor hardware wallet from scratch. We're gonna be creating a new wallet on the device, and we're gonna be backing up our 24-word mnemonic seed phrase by writing them down on a piece of paper. All right, so to start this tutorial, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna head over to trezor.io, Trezor.io. Make sure it's the proper website, because there are fake websites and they attempt to steal your Bitcoin. Once you get to Trezor.io, you're going to want to click on the Wallet tab. And this brings you to your wallet window where you'll log into your Trezor hardware wallet every time. So you want to go ahead and select Trezor One. That's the model that I'll be working with today. So here they just ask you to make sure that your packaging looks good, it's not tampered with. And this is for a first time setup, so just click Continue. And now it's going to bring you to a window where you're going to need to connect your Trezor device. So you'll notice that the Trezor device has a plug in the bottom of it. This is where you'll plug in your cord and then plug it into the USB device into the computer. There's also two buttons and a screen for you to view what you're doing on the device. So yeah, so just go ahead and get it plugged right into your computer, and you'll notice that it lights up and turns on. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new wallet. This is the first time we're setting up device, so we're just going to click Create Wallet. It's going to ask us to accept the terms and agreements, which we'll do on our Trezor device. And then you'll see it prompts us to back up our device. So I'm just going to move my window over here of my Trezor device so you can see exactly what I'm doing. But again, what we're going to do first is we're going to back up our wallet. So this is going to be where we create our backup seed phrase or our 24-word mnemonic seed phrase. And here you'll see some reminders. Trezor just, lets us know what to remember before backing up. You'll see here they say that your recovery seed is your backup key for all your cryptocurrencies and applications. So it's really important that you keep this safe. And then you see some reminders here. You don't want to take a photo of these words. You don't want to connect them to a computer. You don't want to take images on a computer. You don't want to scan them on a computer. You don't want to upload them to the internet. These need to be kept away from anyone who might see them. So once you click Continue, you'll see that we are prompted with our first word of our 24-word recovery seed. And you'll see here, you have a next button, so that's how you'll cycle through every word that you'll need to write down. But now you'll just start writing down these 24 words. And so you'll see there again, and I'm trying to get the camera angle correct for you. That's okay. I'll get the next one right. The first word here is quarter. And just a reminder, I'm going to wipe this device once I'm done with it. Do not do what I'm doing and take videos of your backup seed phrases. That's not very good security practice. But you'll see now I'm just going through. So the second one's hub. Writing down every single one of them. And you'll see the third one is ethics. So you'll just cycle through, you'll go through, and you just want to write down every word in the correct order. The order is important here again, folks. And you just click next, write down our fourth word. And our fifth word. You can see you're going to do this for each and every word that this device shows you. So I'm just going to quickly speed up the video here and go ahead and write down all 24 of these words. Great. So once you get to your 24th word, what the device is going to do is it's going to prompt you to click again. And what this is going to have us do is it's going to make us check each of our words all over again. So this is a neat feature just for us to make sure that we've properly written down all these words. You want to really make sure, you want to go through slowly and make sure that you have properly written down all of these words. So, take your time, click next once you've done, your check, and it'll cycle through all of your 24 words all over again. And again, very important to make sure these are correct. So I'll just cycle through quickly here. You don't need to see all of it. All right, so once you've done all of your checks, you'll see finish. You click finish on the device, and back to the screen, you'll see you have successfully backed up your device. So now in the event that we lose our hardware wallet or we need to refresh it, we come back and we can refresh it with these 24 words and gain access to our Bitcoin. So next thing we're going to do here is we're going to enter a PIN into our device. So this PIN acts as a security passphrase. So if anyone was to actually access our hardware wallet, they would need to have this PIN. You'll notice on the wallet there are 9 different boxes, and there are 9 different boxes on your screen. The way this works is that you need to look at your device and you need to click the correct box with the digit that you want on your computer screen. And Trezor does this so that someone that might have some malicious or some type of code on your computer that's able to screen watch you and keylog, they can't do it. So for the PIN for this tutorial, my PIN is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you'll see I have to locate where 1 is on my Trezor device, and then I go to the correct box on the computer screen that has the 1. So you want to align the device with what you're seeing on the screen. Same thing with number 2. So it's that top middle box, and I need to click the top middle box on the computer screen. And number 3 is that bottom left box. So I need to click the bottom left box on the computer screen. And again, this is a nice security feature, and it just ensures that no type of keyloggers or anything like that can keep track of what your PIN code is, because these digits are in all different spots and they actually change each time you plug in your device. And you'll see we've got our final digit there, and 6. So once you've put in your PIN that you want, I recommend 6 to 9 digits. You'll click next, and it's going to prompt you to do it again. And notice how the digits are actually all mixed up now. They're in different spots in each box. And this is going to happen every time that you plug in your device. And again, it's made this way so that no one can just copy your code when you type it in one time, because they have no way of knowing which numbers are in which box. So I'm just going to go through again and just align all of the numbers for my code on my device and on the computer screen. And once you're done, click enter PIN. and you'll notice it loads on your device, and your PIN is now set. So you're going to want to click continue, and now it's going to ask us to name our device. So this is a name that you can come up. There's no set naming standards here. You know, whatever generic name you want for your device, you can just go ahead and input that. So you'll see what I'm going to use here for a name is test2, and I'm just going to type my name right into the corresponding box, test2. Click confirm on the computer screen, and then it's going to bring us to our Trezor device, and you'll see test2, and we're going to confirm on the Trezor device. And there you go. You see the name is right there on the screen. So we've now set our name. You click continue, and it reminds us to bookmark this web page in our browser. And again, this prevents us from going to any type of fraudulent websites or fake websites. So you're always coming back to the proper Trezor website when you want to access your hardware wallet. You can stay up to date with your email. I'm going to skip that for now. And you can click finish once you're all set up. Great. So now that we've set up the device, a good step to do that we want to make sure we're always doing is making sure that our backup seed phrase, those 24 words that we just wrote down, are actually the correct backup words. So in order to get that started, to check our backup words, I have it cut off on the video here, but if you click the name of your device on your computer screen, you'll see it's in the top left corner, in this case test2 for me. It'll bring you to this advanced tab. Then you want to click all the way to the right, go to advanced, scroll down, and click check your recovery seed. From here, we're going to click advanced recovery and then continue. It's going to ask us to input our PIN code again, which I'm going to do here. Again, in my case, it's 123456. We're going to click continue. All right, so now this might be tricky for some people, but how this works is we're going to go word by word, and we're going to need to start spelling out the word on the Trezor device in each box. So if you'll notice, my first word here is quarter. So if you look at your Trezor device, you're going to need to find the letters that align most that will start spelling the word quarter, and then you're going to need to click that correct box on your computer screen that corresponds with what you're seeing on your Trezor device. So it's a little confusing, but just watch as I go through here. So you'll see it starts with a Q for my first word. So you want to locate which box on the Trezor device has a Q in it, or which is most closely associated with that word. And you'll see here it takes a little bit. You're going through the alphabet in your head, but you see right there. So, you know, P-R is what that says. So that means that's letters P, Q, R. So Q is in between those two. So I'm going to click that. And then now you'll see it prompts us with some other letters in those boxes. So you need to go through and you say, okay, well, those all don't make sense, but that Q still makes sense because that's what that spells my word out. Okay, now you see we're narrowing it down even further. We're looking for Q-U-A-R, and we've got Q-U-A there. So I'm going to click that box because, again, it's slowly spelling out that word. And then you see finally we're presented with our final options here, and you see my first word is quarter, and there we go. It's that top right-hand box is quarter. So I'm going to want to click that box. And then that's going to send us now to the second word. So we need to do this all over again. So you'll see my word is hub. So I'm looking for an H really to start. And you'll see there's an H in the bottom left-hand box there. Say H through L. Those would be letters H through L, but I'm looking for H. So I'm going to click that bottom left-hand box. All right, great. So then again, the next letters that I'm looking for are U or B. I want to spell out hub. And it looks like there, that top right box has HU in it. So I'm going to click that one. All right. And then you'll see I'm presented with my final selections here, and hub is one of them. So I'm going to select that bottom left box there. And it's our final word. So there it is, right? Hub. All right, so let's go through the third word here. So the third word is ethics. So again, we're starting from the top, looking for E or ET. And you'll see there that bottom left box says D through E, and we want E, so I'm going to click that one. All right, you'll see now we're looking for the remaining letters of this word. A little confusing. This is going to take a little time. It's okay though. But you see right there, I've got ET on the top. So that's most closely associated. I'm going to click that. Now I'm looking for the remainder of it. Now you see again, ET is the only one that makes sense there. So I'm going to click that box. And finally, we've got ethics, and that's one of our choices. So we're going to click that. And that's going to be our word. So you're going to want to do go through, take your time, and do it for all the words. Once you're done with going through all 24 words, you'll see it's going to ask you, it's going to tell you it's valid on screen. So that means that our backup phrases are correct. You click finish. And then on your screen here, we see it tells us again, success, the backup check is successful. So that's how we know that these 24 words are in fact correct. All right, great. So now let's navigate around. Let's look at what else we got in this window. So this is your window for your Trezor wallet. You'll see this every time you log into this hardware wallet. You got your receive section. So if you want to receive Bitcoin from someone, you can come here, and this is your receiving address or your public address. So you can copy that and send that to anyone who might want to send you Bitcoin. So this is where they're going to send you Bitcoin. You'll also notice we have a send tab here. So if you're going to send Bitcoin from our hardware wallet, this is where you're going to put in the address, the amount of Bitcoin you want to send. And also this top left hand here. So you click that button and drop down, you'll see all different cryptocurrencies. So the hardware, this Trezor is compatible with a lot of different types of crypto. And this section here is the one that I was telling you I forgot to show you. So if you click your name of it, you can view info like your basic information. If you click the home screen, you've got different cool little icons you can change that to. And then advanced. So this is where you're going to see your firmware that you're uploaded on. You could disable your PIN, check your recovery seed, which we did before, and wipe your device. If you wipe your device, it wipes all of the information. So make sure you have your backup seed phrase. Now, once you're done with your device, you can just unplug it from the computer, and you're going to see this countdown for forgetting your device. And this is okay. This is just a normal process. And then that's it. Now your device is completely cold. It's disconnected from the computer, and it's ready to be saved in a safe place. When you want to log back in, just plug in your device again, and you'll be prompted to input your PIN code. Go ahead and type that in. Once you've typed it in, click enter, and then you'll see your wallet will load right back up again for you to start using Bitcoin, sending and receiving it. And if you want to forget it again, you can click even that button there, that little carrot top, and that forgets the device. All right, great everyone. So that's the full tutorial on how to properly set up a Trezor device, how to create a new Bitcoin wallet on the Trezor device, and how to back up and write down your 24-word mnemonic seed phrase. So just as a reminder, again, these 24 words that I just wrote down on camera are going to get wiped. I'm going to completely clear that wallet that I just created. So if you're going to try to reinstall this actual wallet, you're going to find no Bitcoin there. So I'll do you a favor and don't even try doing that. But these 24 words are the most important thing that you need to remember with Bitcoin. So again, what are these? These are known as a mnemonic seed phrase, otherwise known as your Bitcoin backup seed phrase. But these tie to your Bitcoin private key. And the reason why it's so important is because your Bitcoin private key is really the password that grants you access to use your Bitcoin. So if anyone was to know these words or get a copy of these words, or if you were to lose these words, you would lose access to your Bitcoin. And if someone was to gain access to these words, they could then gain access to your Bitcoin and steal it. So what you're going to want to do right now after this tutorial is you're going to want to write these down on maybe one or two other pieces of paper. You're going to want to keep one at home in a very safe spot, maybe in a safe, and you're going to want to give the others to either people you trust or save it in a safety deposit box in a bank. What individuals have liked doing on top of writing these down on pieces of paper, is what they'll do is they'll get a piece of steel and they'll actually stamp the letters in these words into steel. The reason they do that is because now it's fireproof, it's waterproof, and there's really less risk to lose this piece of paper, because although paper is good, we know that it does burn, it does get wet, and it can get shredded. So there's plenty of devices that you can look into. You can Google search, metallic seed phrase backups for Bitcoin and stuff. I've done a tutorial on a few here, and I'll do more tutorials going forward. But that's pretty much it. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to set up a hardware wallet. Again, cold storage methods such as using a Trezor hardware wallet to store your Bitcoin is the safest way to actually secure it. If you want to learn more about Bitcoin, you can head over to our website, adoption.io. That is ADOBTION. Or you can subscribe to our email newsletter to get updates on Bitcoin educational content as we post it. And finally, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm always putting out videos on Bitcoin best practices, all this different type of educational content that will help you adopt and use Bitcoin in your life today. One last thing, I do offer one-on-one services. So if you do find yourself getting to the point where it's confusing to set up a wallet, if you are a high net worth client or you are a business who's looking to reserve a portion of your cash in Bitcoin and you want an extra hand when doing that, you can head over to my website, adoption.io, click the one-on-one sessions button. You can fill out that survey and I'll get back to you, and then we can set up an actual one-on-one session where I'll help you get it set up with the Bitcoin wallet, purchase Bitcoin, get it transferred in there properly, and do all of these proper cold storage methods. All right, everyone, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.